Our WHO contact was correct. Everyone within 100 miles is dead.
Not everyone. This man is still alive.
How is that possible?
It's not.
If you were to ask someone about the Syphon Filter series, most people would think fondly back and remember the great times they had playing the games on the original PlayStation. They were never the most complex games, nor were they the best looking. They did not push the stealth genre forward, but they were very fun games that were a blast to play. You play as Gabe Logan, a member of a secret agency known as the Agency. Together with his partner Leon Zing, they are on the hunt for an international terrorist. They soon learn of the Syphon Filter virus and must do whatever they can to stop it from falling into the wrong hands, or worse, being released on the public.
It's Ellis. Executed. Leon, you find anything?
The place is torched. I don't know what they were growing, but it wasn't narcotics.
Romer knew we were coming.
So what's our next move?
We watch for the next viral outbreak. We won't have to wait long.
The story is interesting, if only to give you a decent enough reason to kill some bad guys. You start off in Washington, D.C., but you will travel all around the world. Each level is different enough that you don't feel like you're running through the same places over and over again. While the story and levels are interesting, the best part of the game is the action. Although this is put in the genre of stealth, it really doesn't feel like it belongs in there. Sure, there are some levels that have a heavy focus on stealth, where you are sneaking all around, taking out enemies discreetly, but there are more levels where the enemy knows where you are and you just need to take care of them before they can do the same to you. The controls also work well for the game. You can target and lock onto enemies, which helps to take them out as you're running through the levels. It even shows you a gauge of how good of a target you have on them. Also, you can aim manually, and it is very nice the game tells you when you have a headshot. Like, I couldn't tell whenever I have a lock onto his head, but thank you, Syphon Filter. The game has a great selection of weapons to choose from, ranging from pistols to machine guns to sniper rifles. And everyone remembers the air taser. The only thing I don't like is the lack of analog control. I know I'm probably an idiot and just can't find it, but the game should have it from the get-go. I was fine with using the D-pad when the game was released, but playing it today just makes it feel old and dated. Another thing that makes the game feel old is the graphics. It is funny to look back on what we used to think were good, only to compare it to what we have today. I remember playing this and Metal Gear Solid and thinking, man, this looks incredible. I can't imagine graphics looking any better than this. Look at those fire graphics and Gabe's cube head with unblinking eyes. It's just like watching a movie. Oh, how foolish we were. Now, I'm not complaining about the graphics. They were good for their time. It's just funny to look back on what we thought was incredible. Syphon Filter was one of my favorite games on the original PlayStation. It was not the best game in the world, but what it was a fun game that was great to play. The characters were memorable and the story was interesting enough, but what sold me was the gameplay. It is easy to understand why they created a series when the first one was this good. If you have never played this, you can find it on the cheap, and it is still just as fun today.